Have you ever felt like your brain is a 24/7 worst-case scenario generator? You're just trying to enjoy your day, and suddenly your brain is like, hey, remember that embarrassing thing you did 5 years ago? Or what if everything goes wrong tomorrow? And just like that, you're stuck in a worry spiral. If that sounds familiar, don't worry, because today we're going to talk about how to train your brain to stop worrying. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why your brain loves to worry, how to take back control, and simple techniques to break free from overthinking. Let's get started. Step 1. Understand why your brain loves worrying. First, let's clear something up. Worrying is not your fault. It's actually your brain trying to protect you. Back in the caveman days, worrying helped our ancestors survive. If they worried about predators or bad weather, they had a better chance of staying alive. The problem? Your brain still thinks you're in the wild, so instead of worrying about lions, it worries about emails, social situations, and whether you lock the door 5 times before leaving the house. The good news? You can train your brain to stop seeing everything as a threat. Step 2. Interrupt the worry loop. Worrying is like a bad Netflix series. Once you start, it keeps playing episode after episode. But guess what? You have the remote. The trick is to catch yourself in the act and hit pause. Next time you start worrying, say this to yourself: is this a real problem or just my brain making up stories? If it's not a real problem, let it go. If it is, move to step 3. Step 3. Turn worries into action. Worrying feels productive, but it's not. Action is what actually solves problems. So instead of overthinking, ask yourself, what's one thing I can do about this right now? Example, if you're worried about a work deadline, instead of stressing, break the task into small steps and get started. If you're worried about a conversation, plan what you'll say and move on. Taking action shuts down the worry spiral. Step 4. Schedule worry time. This might sound weird, but if you're going to worry, do it on your schedule. Give yourself 10 minutes a day to think about whatever you want. Set a timer, worry as much as you like, and when the timer ends, that's it. No more worrying for the day. This teaches your brain that worrying doesn't have to take over your life. Step 5. Use the worst case, best case, most likely trick. Your brain loves jumping straight to the worst case scenario. What if I fail? What if they hate me? What if everything falls apart? So instead of letting that take over, challenge your thoughts. Worst case scenario, what's the absolute worst that could happen? Best case scenario, what if everything goes perfectly? Most likely scenario, what's actually realistic? Most of the time, the worst case scenario is unlikely, and the most likely scenario is manageable. This simple trick stops overthinking in its tracks. Step 6. Redirect your brain with gratitude. Worrying happens because your brain is looking for problems, so give it something else to focus on, like gratitude. Next time you start overthinking, pause and list 3 things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as, I have a roof over my head. I drank an amazing cup of coffee this morning. I have people in my life who support me. This shifts your brain from what's wrong to what's right. And the more you do this, the less space worry has to grow. Step 7. Move your body, change your mind. Ever notice how your brain feels clearer after a workout or a walk? That's because movement breaks the worry cycle. If you're stuck in overthinking mode, do something physical. Take a walk, stretch, dance, anything that gets your body moving. It's like a reset button for your brain. Step 8. Practice what if it goes right. Thinking. Your brain loves asking, what if it goes wrong? But what if you flip the script? What if it goes right? Instead of, what if I fail the interview? Try, what if I nail it and get the job? Instead of, what if this trip is a disaster? Try, what if it's the best experience of my life? This simple shift rewires your brain to focus on possibilities instead of fears. Step 9. Set a mental boundaries rule. If you have a habit of worrying at night, in bed, or during meals, set boundaries. Tell yourself, I don't think about work after 7 p.m., or I don't let myself overthink before bed. Boundaries aren't just for other people, they're for your brain too. Step 10. Let go of what you can't control. Some worries are completely out of your hands, and if you can't control it, why stress over it? Ask yourself, can I do anything about this right now? If the answer is no, let it go. If the answer is yes, take action and move forward. Now, here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, every time you catch yourself worrying, use one of these techniques. Track how it makes you feel. Let me know in the comments which one you're going to try first. Your brain doesn't have to be a worry machine. You have the power to retrain it, refocus it, and take control. The more you practice these steps, the less worrying will dominate your life. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more content on mindset and mental wellness. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.